That's a good, a little tea
Yeah,
strainer.
a tea strainer is perfect.
I hadn't thought about that part.
And then I'm going to make this an extremely simple arrangement in spite of the size of the water. Okay?
Does this stick have a name? Does this
This would be jushi. The main branch of an arrangement is shin.
Shin.
And well, that could be shin.
Okay.
That could be shin because it's not that big, and it will be in relationship to the rest of the materials. And shin is, I should have shown you how. You take this stick and you measure the height and the length, and you want that's the length, and then half again as much.
Okay.
So that would be about what that is.
Half the length and half again is what is compared to the vessel.
The height and the width, and then half again that. So take half of the height and the width. So you go up in the height, and this long, and then you add on another half. So it could even be a little bit taller.
Yeah.
And it's always better taller than too short.
That makes sense.
So don't be afraid to be obnoxious about it.
Are you videoing?
No. And then this would be shin. This would be shin, and this would be jushi for shin.
Jushi for
Jushi.
shin.
In other words, a companion. You always go straight in, and then keeping your fingers, be careful of your fingers.
Yeah, they're very sharp.
Keeping your fingers on it.
Oh, then you can bend it.
Yeah.
Oh.
And hold both. Okay. And then you have hikai, which is shin is this is not going to be this is shin. This is not going to be jushi.
Okay.
This is shin.
Okay.
This is soy, and soy is 3/4 of shin. And then you have hikai, which is always in the beginning, always a flower. You can have flowers up there too if you want, but I prefer something simple.
So now we have no jushi, right?
Now we have no jushi.
Okay.
At right now. Then hikai is 3/4 of soy. So this is about a half to 3/4. Sometimes you have to just go along with what the material itself is.
Sure.
And I'm not taking off a lot of leaves because we're not putting a lot of flowers. Normally I would take off almost all the leaves, but we have lots of room, so we can leave more of the leaves. You don't want, the space you leave is more important than the space you take up.
That makes sense.
So there's nice big space here, so that's okay. We have a little bit of the leaf to reflect in the water. And this will be a jushi for hikai. And I am taking the leaves off that because we don't know what else might have to go in here. So Jushi for Hikai can go in the same direction, but not face the same way.
Mm.
A little bit, and not the same, definitely not the same length.
And so that is not 3/4. It doesn't matter.
No, it's just, it's a Jushi and it's obviously accompanying this rose, but not facing exactly the same way. To create dimension.
It's beautiful.
And this can be Jushi. This can be Jushi for Sheen. I was going to use this some way. And I think because of the nothing is on Sheen, we leave most of the leaves on, except at the very top. And you just see we have 2 tops.
Yep.
So we don't want 2 tops. So you have to really look. This is when you try to be a little bit attention to detail. See, this top goes so nicely down.
Yeah.
You just take that one.
Oh, it happens. It's very hard to make me.
Oh my! I can't believe I did that.
It's okay. This one I think is better.
But I was just thinking. Now, don't cut the wrong one. Okay, this will do. It can be the direction of Sheen. This is Jushi. It can be in the same direction, the same feeling, high as possible, but never too short, and never higher. And I'm too tempted
to hug it.
to really involve it with Sheen. And this can be a Jushi for Hikai.
Perfect. Never to be wasted.
Now we're going down into the roses, so we don't want all this. They're not roses. Well, they are roses. Let's leave them alone. It's not too many. A little bit shorter. Let's let this be Jushi to both Hikai and Soe, but we don't want to interfere too much with the line. So I'm going to be right about there, so that it follows the line, but doesn't take up too much of this space. And I'm watching where I'm cutting now. Sorry. I usually put a newspaper down on the floor.
Well, I'll be your newspaper.
You're a much better newspaper than I usually have.
So just always have leaves in my pockets.
Then something. This is a tiny bit weak, but we don't want, maybe there's one more. We don't want any more.
Just this one that I was looking at that's in bloom, but it's not, it has a very different character. But
Oh,
it's the
yeah.
only other delphinium, I think, that's in here.
That's right. Of course, I recognize that. Isn't that funny?
But it doesn't have a,
No,
a top.
it's not the right.
It's not the right thing.
Yeah, not the right.
What else is in here? What kind of character are you looking for?
No color. Maybe something here.
Like the eucalyptus. There's lots of different eucalyptus.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yes. Perfect. Is this a tree?
Well,
Is this eucalyptus?
It's eucalyptus.
It is eucalyptus.
There's all different kinds of branches. So you can...
Okay. Oh, that's fun. That's even more fun.
That's it.
Let's see. I don't want anything more here. I think the flowers have enough. It's just this. And we're not going to twist again. That's enough.
The really skinny stems are tricky with the...
It's finding, yeah.
Somewhere for it to rest.
Well, and what I would do normally is take the time to we have time. Take the time to get it something to hold it.
Oh. You stick it in. Oh, why can't we make a hole? Maybe with.
No, it should go in. Isn't that?
The hydration stems can be kind of stiff.
Is that too strong?
They might be a little bit stiff.
Okay, yeah, it seems to be.
Let's see. Let's see, rough.
It's going.
Did you get it?
Uh-huh. And then a little short one.
Do you want
But I need
another
another little piece.
How long do you want it?
Just about an inch.
That's brilliant to make a
shoe.
A shoe, yeah. That's so smart. Okay.
I think enough is going on up, so we want to just give it a little more interest down below.
And you really, I mean, you seem to be making everything is going this way.
That's right. In the basic upright, it is. But I'm sending something off in this direction. Just a little. Then the trouble is, you have to know when to stop.
Mhm.
And part of the fun is, let's see, I don't like that way back over there. This is a lovely space.
Mhm.
We only need a little bit. We're trying to soften the sheen, but not look as though we're trying to disguise it.
Mhm.
And if I can think where I put, just a minute, I came across them just a little while ago.
What are you looking for? What are you looking for?
I'm looking for, I have a box of flat stones
Oh.
somewhere, and that's, you never, or you don't have to disguise the Kenzan, but you want to take your attention away from it.
Mhm.
So you put a few flat stones. I have a whole box here somewhere, or just in the water.
Mhm. Distract from it.
And you want to try, in my feeling, to disguise, not to disguise.
Mhm.
You can show the workings,
Mhm.
but to soften.
Mhm.
The Kenzan is not a pretty thing. So, but you need it.
Yeah.
Sometimes you can wrap the Kenzan to match the color of the bottom of the container, and then it doesn't show. So that would be basic upright. And the angles are very important. It's 15 degrees left. You know what I've done?
Left from
Mhm.
this line,
Yes,
that direction.
from the horizon.
Okay.
And I made you about basic upright. Variation number 1. I didn't mean to. Sorry about that. So it's not quite proper. Basic upright in the very beginning has Shin, Soy, and Hikai here.
Off in the other direction.
45 degrees right. I was following my feelings. So now we just finish here. 45 degrees right. And then soy is 75 degrees left.
Does soy, do these names have translations?
I'm sorry?
Do the names have translations?
Yes.
Are they literal? I mean, one you said was companion.
There are 2 or 3 translations. One is earth, heaven, man. Shin is sky, heaven. Heaven, earth, and man is the little guy, Hikai. And This is what happens when you don't teach for a while. It's 75 degrees down and over. Excuse me, 50. That's right. And Hikai is 45. Soy is the lowest one, but Hikai is the shortest. It would also be fine without any juicy. Then you just call it something different. And you just emphasize sheen. And beautify sheen. So the sheen becomes the focal point, and as does the flower. Then if you eliminate those factors, move it back a little bit, and emphasize the water.
Just having an aha moment over there.
So, what do you think? See, I prefer the cleanliness of this.
Yeah, me too.
And that's what, when you learn the basics, and you already know a lot about it, you can do what pleases you.
I like it.
Good.
Very nice.
Well, the materials are beautiful. That's also allowed.
Oh, you don't need to have
You don't. You need to have sheen,
sheen.
but you don't have to have a found
I see.
sheen.
So who would sheen be in this? Do you have a sheen in this orientation then?
This would be sheen,
Mm-hmm.
and this would be soy, and this would be hikai. It would be a much smaller arrangement. This would be much.
And it's okay for sheen to be below soy. Like lower than. As
Yes.
long as it's
Well,
longer.
this is variation number 1.
Okay.
And you can learn every variation at the same time, I think.
Okay.
That's what I'm doing to you.
Yeah.
This would be variation number 1, where you just have a very simple, and you're emphasizing the water entirely. After you clean the water.
You have to get this angle. This is videographer.
You can't get far enough away from it, can you?